delighted actually to invite His Excellencies, the Chief Executive Officer at the King Faisal Specialist Hospital and Research Center. He carries an extensive and vast experience that spans over 3 decades, covering clinical, research, and administrative fields. He's a board member of many medical, academic, charitable, and governmental organizations, and an advisor to the Director of the Vision Realization Office at the Ministry of Health. Please welcome His Excellency, Dr. Majed Ibrahim AlFayyadh.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Assalam, we hear you.
Members of the board, faculty, proud family and friends, and graduates. I'm honored to be here with you today, a day of joy and a day of accomplishments. I'd like to applaud each and every graduate for achieving and committing to what you have committed to and achieving this day where you celebrate your success. Going through a rigorous program, Master of Business Administration from MBSC is a big thing, and you have achieved it, so congratulations. When I was asked to make this commencement speech, I racked my brain to see what could we have in common. I went through the CVs or through the names and backgrounds, which is an extensive background. I'm impressed with the variety and of the graduates of you, and trying to find something in common. What would be in common with a pediatric electrophysiologist? That's me. I am a pediatric electrophysiologist, and I don't know how many people of you know what that is. Basically, I used to spend my day in the cath lab between catheters and cables, putting pacemakers. So basically, I am an electrician of the heart. Many interesting stories, and definitely nothing to speak of when it comes to entrepreneurship and business school. And I am no person to speak about acquisition and mergers and development and all of that. I would be preaching to the choir there. Then, what we have in common, I found, which is what we are going through as a country, which is the Vision 2030, this massive transformation that the whole country is going through. And I say massive, and I mean that. Being in the midst of this transformation, I see how we have transformed many facts of life, many walks of life now that we see have changed compared to where we were a few years ago. And I think it is touchable, and you have seen it as well. But as a leader in healthcare, let me talk to you about what we have done in healthcare and where we are and where we want to be. 30 years ago, when I graduated medical school and I started working in the medical field, I noticed that, well, it was obvious that the increasing healthcare spending, we were spending on disease. We were building hospitals, yet patients were unsatisfied. Buildings were not in the best of shape, emergency rooms were packed, and patients could not have beds. And then we realized that we were actually attacking the problem and not the cause of the problem. And then when this healthcare transformation started, we were spending on healthcare annually more than what a small nation would have as the GDP. Back in 2017, we were spending the GDP of Uruguay or Bulgaria on healthcare. Yet, patients, we were not getting the best experience. We were not getting the best outcome. We were not moving the pendulum, basically. However, when the focus changed with this transformation to taking care of the problem of the cause of the problem rather than the problem itself, and then we realized that healthcare is a collective effort, start from education all the way to roads, to health, to lifestyle. Then we started to see this change, and it is a big change. Leading at King Faisal Specialist Hospital, I basically became in charge of this transformation here at King Faisal. So I moved from being an electrician to being a transformer, which I think my daughter find it amusing. At King Faisal here, we are at the forefront of healthcare transformation, and we are going with the country to deliver, instead of treating diseases, we are providing health. Hopefully we will, by the end of this journey, we would have, which by the way is a continuous journey, it's a never-ending journey, we will have value delivered to our patients and our society at large. What is there for a fresh graduate from Mohammed bin Salman College for Business and Entrepreneurship? Now, with this transformation, there are a huge chances, there are multiple changes in the country. And you will find your area, whether it's in healthcare or any other area, whether it's aviation or trade or marketing or industry. But as a CEO of King Faisal, I sort of pondered in my experience for the last 4 years since I've started this transformation here at King Faisal. And then I scratched my head, what could I provide such an enthusiast and accomplished graduates as an advice? Please take it not as a cliche, but rather as based on experience from the last 4 years, and I think I found them very useful to follow certain rules. The first thing is, if you are embarking on something, you have to believe in it. You have to enjoy it. You have to put your whole and make your sort of 110 if that's at all possible. If you don't enjoy it, then you will struggle with it. And on the other hand, if you believe it and enjoy it and set a target, you never have to work again. That would be your hobby rather than your job. So that's one thing. The other thing I think I would leave you with is be careful or pay attention to who you work with and who you surround yourself with, and try to align yourself with people who have the same values and same beliefs as you are. Not only pay attention to those who are skilled, but also those who believe the same beliefs that you do. If you are a captain of a rowing team and you get the best rower with your team, if they are not in sync with your other members, you are going nowhere. So please, if you take something from me, I think that's a very important point to address or to keep in mind. When you are teaming with someone, try to find those who you share values with and those who you can work with and achieve, not otherwise. The last and most important thing I would say is set your priorities right. As you are getting into your practical life and your career development for the next 30 so years, you will have a lot of conflicting priorities. I would always, at the end of the day, look at my day, the past day, and the next day, and set those priorities right from the get-go. You have the ultimate decision in what to prioritize in your life. Naturally, self and family and friends would come first, and those are the most important for emotional support and peace of mind, and then other priorities will follow. So with that, I would leave you with one last advice is to enjoy the journey. The rest of your career is a journey, it's not a destination. Enjoy it, and again, congratulations. Thank you.